Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of the Guan IS-2M heavy tank. This is set number 1062, and it's my fourth model from this Quan brand that I'll be reviewing. I'll be reviewing a bunch of this Chinese Lego. If you guys are into that stuff, if you're into like this military themed Lego, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my website www.sharkmunch.com for more great reviews on all this stuff. Okay guys, let's get into this one. First off, this set comes with 1068 pieces, 6 minifigures, and there's like lots of World War II era weapons. The tank itself is 36 centimeters long, about 13 centimeters wide, about 10.5 centimeters tall. So it's a pretty good, decent sized set. Just want to go through some background on this tank. It's a Soviet IS-2M, nicknamed like the Joseph Stalin tank. And this tank back in the day was like just incredible. It was developed around 1944, saw action in late 44, early 45 in the Second World War. Most notably like on the Eastern Front of the Battle of Berlin, that type of thing. And the main feature of this tank was that it had just like a huge 122 millimeter main gun, and which could pretty much like destroy anything on the battlefield. Like German Panther and Tiger tanks like were easy kills for this thing. It was also a bit of a bunker buster, like the Battle of Berlin. The resistance kind of took shelter in like hardened buildings and stuff like that. Soviet troops would often call on these tanks to basically bunker bust, destroy these buildings, destroy these strong points, and they did so with great success. As for this Guan IS-2M model, it looks to be fairly built to scale. Yeah, it's a pretty good sized tank, and it looks to be pretty historically accurate too. Okay guys, listen, I'm just going to take you through the instructions here, just to give you guys an idea of what it's like to build from these Chinese brick makers and whatnot. So here you have it, the Guan IS-2M heavy tank, set number 1062. And this is kind of like a Kobe knockoff of the Kobe version. Okay, so there you get like the instructions. The build itself is pretty straightforward. Probably takes about 4 or 5 hours to build. Taking your time, looking at the pieces. One of the things I like about this set is it actually has like this driver, internal driver compartment, and it's really, really cool. It's the first model in this series that I've seen that actually had like an internal component to it. I know the Tiger 131, the Panzer IV, and the Soviet KV-2 heavy tank did not have anything on the interior other than basically that right there is where you put your engine. Okay, so you can see the current pieces that you're putting on are in color. The pieces from like the previous build are kind of grayed out and stuff like that. So it's really easy to follow. Fairly straightforward build. Anybody under the age of 10, I'll say, definitely needs some like adult assistance, but it's not that difficult of a build. Just a lot of pieces, and for younger builders, it might be a bit hard to follow. So this is one of the main features of this line of tanks. It's this engine. It's like a realistic V12 engine. Kind of pieces just snap together like a model, and then you can see the little compartment area where it goes. It's really cool. It's a really great feature. I mean, the more that these tanks look like the real thing, the better. I mean, you could even see it. Just these designs now are just absolutely incredible. I'm so pleased with them. Just a note on like the quality of the Chinese bricks. A lot of people have questions about these. I'd say that these are pretty high quality bricks. I mean, they're not quite as good as Lego, but really, really close. These these bricks actually weren't as brittle as like the Kazi bricks, but they did have some a little bit of like one or two bricks might have been like misformed or something like that. So, but in terms of like the build, like everything snaps together nice and tight, and it's really good. You won't be disappointed with this. I was surprised. I was kind of into the German tanks, and I kind of took a gamble. I started buying some of these Russian ones, and I'm really impressed with these Russian tanks. Like they're really, really cool designs. The track system, of course, is a big feature of this Quan set. You can see it kind of coming together there. Like I said, this is just like a massive set. There's like a front piece that we'll get into in the features. The wheels, I'll just make a note on the wheels. The wheels are plastic, like the hubs and that are like plastic, and there is like a rubber part that goes around it, snaps on. And there's the track system. This is the best track system. I got a piece I want to show you guys. We'll bring it down to the carpet level and show you guys how it moves on the carpet. It's just phenomenal. These tracks are like so cool, so great. They work so well. I'm always excited to get these sets. I built a bunch of Kazi models and some slew bin stuff like that. And the set, like honestly, like there's kind of nothing like it. Barrel, this has a huge barrel, like just so long. It's probably, I don't know, I'd say 12, 13 centimeters long. It's just huge. Nice muzzle brake at the end. There you see it kind of come together. And there you got your 6 minifigures. Let's close this up. I want to get into the features with you guys. Okay, guys. So first off, let's move these. I just want to go over like the printing. This is an example of one of the minifigures that you can expect to get with this set. Okay. The printing, the quality is absolutely phenomenal. Like I'm very impressed with this type of printing. It doesn't smudge, it won't rub off. The details are just so great. You can see like the red star on the top of his cap. It's just awesome. Okay, I'll set these aside. And on the tank itself, that's not a sticker, that's actual printing 412, the red star. I mean, that's not going to smudge, that's not going to rub off. It's really high quality printing. I'm very, very impressed. They got this right, people. So let's get into this tank. First of all, the turret, I'll move this guy here. The turret fully rotates. Let's kind of raise this barrel a little bit. I'll bring this forward so you guys can see. Turret fully rotates 360 degrees. The gun, that's the gun kind of fully depressed. I'm going to raise it up, show you guys how high this thing goes. That's about how high it goes. Alrighty. So the set doesn't come with a mounted machine gun. What I've done here, I've just made a little modification and piece so I could actually mount the machine gun. I had to turn the turret hatch sideways so that they open sideways rather than front to back. But it works and it looks pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that. So again, like the top hatch of the turret fully opens and closes. I'll get you back here. I want to show, I'll pop this top off for a second. And this is the engine hatch, guys, and this opens, and as you can see inside, there's your V12 tank engine. Really, really cool. And it has this custom printing for like the engine vents and whatnot. I'll just close that off. One of the things that I'm really impressed with is that if you can see right here in the front, they actually made like a driver compartment and it looks really great. I'll flip this up. You can just kind of barely see the guy in here. Let me move this camera. There you go. There's your driver. There's some shifters in there. He has a seat. good stuff. I was really happy. It's the first kind of interior build that I've seen from this Guan line of tanks, and it's really great. We'll just look at some of these tank tracks here. The track system itself, like the tank moves really well. You can see this is moving on like a solid surface. The treads are moving like really great. I got some example treads right here. I do this every video of these Quan just to show you guys, just to compare. Maybe this is the first video of mine that you've seen. Maybe it's, I don't know, the 10th. But whatever, I'm always going on about these tank tracks because they are the absolute best tank tracks that you'll use for like Lego. This is based on the Kobe design, and it's a really strong track. It's not going to break on you. It's not going to like come apart or anything like that. What makes these tracks so special is that it has this very long rod here, and at the end is where they clip in. So on this track, it has these two clips at either end. So it just kind of snaps into place just like that. Just like that, you can see. And it's very strong. It's a very good design. Okay, I'm going to set that down. We'll get you guys down to the carpet level so you can check this stuff out, see how it works. So here we are on the carpet level. Oh, I just will say, just in case you guys are wondering, I got two of these. I don't know, I think they're like gas drums, fuel drums there. And I only have one over there. And one of the reasons it's a bit frustrating with this line, it's particularly the Quan, is that some of the pieces you can get might be a bit deformed, or they could be missing on occasion. And unfortunately, I had two pieces that were a bit deformed, so I had to contact the seller and get him to contact the supplier to reship the pieces that I need to complete this design. It's really frustrating, but overall it doesn't take away too much from the tank, so I'm not going to complain too much, but it is pretty frustrating. For this Quan line, every set I ordered, I was missing some kind of piece, or the piece I received was like kind of deformed, the quality control wasn't really great or something like that. So I had to go back onto the seller and get the proper pieces. With the Tiger 131, I was missing a couple of flat tiles. With my KV2, I was missing the stickers. And I think I was missing like a little hose with my Panzer IV. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I mean, if you have a lot of Lego, you can just kind of like scavenge the parts from your Lego or whatever. But I really find it like quite a pain in the butt. It's super annoying, and it's kind of depressing, man. You're all excited to build like a really cool tank, and then you get a few pieces that aren't quite as good or whatever. I mean, luckily I was able to complete the build and it didn't really impact it that much, but it does kind of impact the look, as you can see, like the finished product. But like I said, it's a little bit of a nuisance. Seller's gonna get the supplier to resend those pieces, but in the meantime, this is what I got. So I'm gonna show you guys just how it goes on the carpet here. Like you can hear the tracks, the wheels moving. Sometimes you can even hear like the wheels screeching and squealing. It's just really cool. Oh, I just broke the barrel off here. There we go. I'm going into battle against my other German tanks. You just kind of see how it compares. I'll do like a little size comparison. I know a lot of you guys probably have the Tiger 131 model. I'll just pull this one up. So that's the Tiger 131 next to the IS-2M. So both tanks are fairly similar in size. Their measurements are pretty well the same, I'd say. But this just has like such a massive main gun. It's just incredible. I'll just pull up alongside. This is my the model of the KV2. You can see sort of like a little smaller. And this is the Panzer IV. So these are all four of the tanks in this line. I'll give you guys a nice top view. You can see like the KV2 and Panzer IV similar size. Tiger 131, the IS-2M is roughly similar size too. So I'll just give you guys a front view. This is a great line of tanks, so I really do. I like the track system is like unbeatable. It's the best track system that I've ever used and seen. You won't be disappointed with this set. It is kind of a pain if you're missing a couple pieces, but like I said, you could scavenge from Lego or contact the supplier on AliExpress and they'll have them send them out. But overall, I mean, for the price that you're paying, this tank cost about, say, between $30 and $35 US. Yeah, I mean, it's just unbeatable value. So, okay, guys, I'm going to bring it back up. And there you have it, the Soviet IS-2M tank. This is the Joseph Stalinist tank from the Quan line, set number 1062. If you guys haven't done so already, like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be putting up tons of more reviews. I got a ton of this Lego coming. And check out my website, www.sharkmunch.com. Thanks, everyone.